Dave, I'm not getting a good vibe from you today. What's wrong, man? Well, they grow back, don't worry about it, it's normal. People usually cut their nails, Dave. Was this your first time? Welcome back to Long Way Home, everyone. The place where getting your motorcycle news is easier than admitting that Dave is the best intern you can imagine, but not by much. Although absolutely tight-lipped about the Norton 901's development progress, Husqvarna, however, seems to be hard at work. Only a few press releases were shared by them this year after the Norton 901 concept was a favorite at EICMA. They basically told us it would go into production and they would keep it as close to the concept as possible, not really changing much. And from there on, radio silence. Kinda like you, Dave, you just sit there in your corner, quietly, contemplating. Do you secretly work for Husky? Anyway, new fresh photos of the test mule have been making the rounds online. Stick around. German publication Motorrad, quite well known in the motorcycling world, has managed to get hold of some photos with the Norton 901 being tested. Pretty much the only conclusion we can draw here is that the Austrians kept to their word and didn't modify the production version 901 too much compared to the concept. For those 5 of you, friends with Dave probably, which have been living in a cave until now, here is what Husky officially confirmed about the Norton 901 and why it will be such an important launch for them. The mechanics will be very close to those of the KTM 890 Adventure. The engine is the same 890cc parallel twin which manages to put down 105 horsepower and 100 Newton meters of torque, and whether Husky gets to tune it in their own specific Swedish way remains to be seen. Suspension as well has been confirmed as being supplied by WP and having high ground clearance. The front wheel will be a 21-incher while the rear will sit at 18 inches, but there is one more thing Husky said which I will really be holding them to. Class-leading lightness and power delivery. Class-leading lightness. The KTM 890 Adventure is no slim cat. It comes in at 220 kilograms with fuel. That's 485 pounds for our friends across the pond. And we all know that fighting a heavy car off-road is no fun time. It's okay picking it up the first time or the second time after you overestimate your off-road prowess, but anything after that and all you want to do is go back home and buy a dirt bike. So if Husky manages to bring the Norton 901 to market, fully fueled, under 200 kilograms, oh boy, they will be flying off dealership floors. Scalpers will start buying them. Compared to the concept version, not much has changed. Those lovely disc brake protectors seem to have gotten the boot, however. The TFT display as well seems to be bulkier and not split into 2 pieces like on their concept video, but hopefully we will get to see an integrated phone holder with wireless charging included instead. Motorrad Online also states that they believe the Norton will be a 2022 model, launching at the end of 2021. Now, these guys are pretty much spot on usually. They know what they're talking about. It just seems very weird to me for a couple of reasons. Firstly, back in September, Husky was already prepping their dealers about the Norton, since that's when we first got the black and white image of the production model, and presenting something to dealers a year in advance seems a bit counterintuitive since we all know dealers have a short attention span. If you're watching this, I'm still waiting for my free floor mats, Nissan dealer. And secondly, the spy shots definitely show a pretty production-ready version of the Norton. I mean, it's not like they had to change too much on it. It looks almost identical to the concept, which was done 2 years ago. I understand the road from concept to production is not a short one, but 2 years with almost no changes kinda seems a bit too long. Maybe because this is one of the few bikes that really piqued my interest in a long time. I really want to ride it and I really hope they bring it out this year sometime. This will be a very important launch for Husqvarna since it's their first 2-cylinder adventure bike. They've already created quite a bit of hype around the bike, not by promising a lot, but by actually saying the right things like class-leading lightness and then keeping quiet for a long time. So at the end of the day, the premise of being let down already exists, but I really hope they do come through. I hope they make a light, easy to ride, comfortable to sit on for long periods of time, happy to be off-road and on-road, proper adventure bike. But enough of my rambling, why don't you head down below to the comment section and let us all know what you hope to see from Husky's first large, proper, do-it-all adventure bike. Well, that's the show for today, everyone. If you've enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up, and if you think you've learned something new, consider subscribing or becoming one of our Patreons to help us make more of these shows. Cheers, and I'll see you on the next one.